Today we'll discuss about the rules for writing a C program. So what rules we have to follow to write a C program? The first one is C program is a case sensitive. Case sensitive. Case sensitive means when you write any statement in a C or any instruction in a C program, if you use a variables or a constants, whatever it may be, if you declare a variable name or a constant name as in a small letter, you have to use as same as a small letter throughout the program. If you use a variable name or a constant name or function name, whatever it may be, in a capital letter, you have to use only the capital letter. It means a simple example, I write like this int a. So if I want to this int a equal to 10. So if I want to display the value in a, I will use this, I will do like this, comma a. This is okay. If I write like this, this is not okay because you have declared a variable a in small letters. Then you have to use the variable name wherever you want to, only in the small letters only. If you declare the variable as a capital letter, you have to use throughout the program as a capital letter itself. This you have to follow clearly. This is called the case sensitive. Case sensitive. Whether it be the function name or the variable name or a constant name, whatever it may be, you should use in according to the case sensitive. Second one, there should be there should be a space between keyword and variable, keyword and variable, or keyword and variable. So what you mean here, when you try to declare a variable, you should be aware that there should be a space between the keyword and the variable. Here, what is the keyword? Int, float, char, long int. These are all called the keywords. So we will discuss later in the next section what is the keywords. Keywords are nothing but the reserved words. So reserved words means some words which will already defined by a C programming language. Those are called the keywords. Keywords are called the reserved words in a C programming. We cannot use the reserved words, which are the keywords, as a variable name or a constant name. You cannot use like this. There are total number of 32 keywords in a C programming language. Those 32 keywords, we cannot use them as a variable name or a constant name or a function name, whatever it may be. You should have to remember. This is the second thing. We can use space or tab. We can use space or tab. Space or tab. When you describe blank and tabs, so means that white spaces means that we can use white spaces to specify word gap or gap space. Simpler. If you want to create some variable, or if you want to display something, for example, I want to display like this. C is an brilliant language. So whenever you see here, I have mentioned a space between C and is, a space between is and an, a space between an and brilliant, a space between brilliant and language. So if you want to use the space, you can use the white spaces. What are called the white spaces? When you give a space, it doesn't contain anything. So see here, here I mentioned a space. Here I mentioned a space, see, but it does not show any value for it because it is a white space. It is a white space. If you want to display a sentence, or if you want to specify a gap between two words, you have to use the white spaces. You have to use the white spaces. Any C program must contain one function called main. So whenever you see any program in C, you may contain other functions or not, it is least bother about it. But you must have contain only one function, that is called main. So in C programming language, there is no program without the function main. You cannot write any program in C without the main function. Without the main function. This he has to follow clearly. Next one. Any statement in C program must end with semicolon. This is called semicolon. So means that whenever you write any program, if the program in C contains 10 instructions, the least bother about it. Every instruction must end with a semicolon. See here, this one. Here, I have specified int a equal to 10. At the end of the line, I specified the semicolon. Here also I have specified the semicolon. Here also I have the specified semicolon. So it means that any statement in C program must be terminated with a symbol called semicolon. These are the primary rules for writing a C program. The first one is any C program, when you are trying to write, you must be aware that it is a case sensitive. It is a case sensitive. If you define a variable, if you declare a variable, or if you declare a constant, or given a name for the function, whatever it may be, whatever the type you have to give, you have given, that should be have to specify. If you specify the capital letters, you have to specify. Specify the small letters, you have to specify. If you use both capital and small, you have to specify like that. For example, I use like this, int AB. So here, AB is a variable. AB is a variable. Then you have to like this only, AB. This cannot possible. This is not possible. This is not possible. Because here I have declared AB, first letter is capital, small, second letter is small. So whatever the way you have declared, the same way you have to follow in the program also. This you must have to remember clearly. This is called the case sensitive. So next one, if you want to specify any gap between characters or the words, then you have to use the white spaces. When you click on the space button, it will give the white space. Third one, there should be a space between the keyword and variable. When you declare a variable like int AB equal to 10, I have specified here, there is a gap, there is a space between int and AB. So then I can understand that int is a keyword, AB is a variable. So there should be a space between a keyword and variable. That you have to remember. Next one. Any C program must contain at least one function called main. Without having the function main, you cannot write any C program.
Sir,
Next one. Any statement in C program must end with or must terminate with terminate with a symbol called semicolon. So if you forgot to terminate semicolon, it will show some error. Those errors are called compilation errors. Why the compilation errors? Because we already told in earlier session that C program uses the compiler. So whatever the errors that are written by the compiler are called the compilation errors. Okay. This is about the rules for writing a C program. Okay.
sir, I
Now
have
I
a
am,
doubt.
yes, doubt, admin.
Sir, for the main, like we write many functions right now, sir, in the C program.
Yeah, right. You can write any number of function that least bother about it, but you must have main function.
For that, should we follow any rules to have a main function? Like to form a main function?
No, if whenever you start writing a function, that should be a main function.
Okay, sir.
I will give a program, then you can understand. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. Now see, we'll see the simple program. We already discussed earlier that the basic structure program. As per the structure, first what I have to specify, I have to specify the documentation section. In documentation section, what I have to specify, the name of the program. So here I'm writing my program name. Display a message. Display a welcome message. So here you can clearly say that this is the documentation section, which contains the name of the program. The second one is a linking section. Linking section, for what purpose we are using? Is there any predefined functions that are exist in the C program, and you want to use those or you want to utilize those functions? You have to specify the name of the file where those functions are existed. So here I am using hash include. It means that I am including a file into my program. What file I am including here? stdio.h file. So it means that here I am including standard input output header file. So here I have specifying that I am including standard input output header file which contains predefined function. Okay, this is all about it, things like this. So the first section is documentation is over. Next linking is over. Third one, what you have the definition section. So for what purpose we use the definition section? If you want to create any constants, then you can use. Now in this program,
Constant.
I am not using any constants. So because I'm just giving a message, that's all. So that's why I don't need this one. Next one is the global declaration. So I am not declaring any variables because my purview here is I want to write a program that will display a message. So here there is no need of go for the global variable section declaration section. Next, I am not declaring any local and global variables also because I don't use any variables in this program. I am not using any constant. I am not using any variables in this program because just this program is to display some message. That's all, not more than that. Then I have to go for the next step is the main program. What I told you, this is the main program. So means that here, sorry, here the main, this is called the main function. This is called the main function. Main function in C program is defined with the help of a word main. So whenever a function in C has a name main, we can say it is the first function in a C program. Whatever the functions that are defined, every function should be called in the function only. So it means that this is the heart of the C program. So any function that existed in this program must be referred to the main function. So this is the concept of main function. That's why we are telling that C program must have at least one function that is called the main. If I write any function without giving the name main, that will not execute the program because it will ask where is the main function. So without having the main name, any function does not execute directly. You should have a function with the name main, and you may have the other functions also. That doesn't matter about it. Okay. So in the main function, what we have to declare, there are two parts. One is the declaration part. Next one is the executable part. In declaration part, we will declare the variables, but here I am not using any variables. That's why I am going for execution part. So in execution part, what we'll say, is there any formulas you can use? If any want to messages, you can say, here I am using some message that printf, welcome to the world of C. So you see here, this statement is terminated with the semicolon. So this is called the executable part. So you may have doubt that, sorry, is there in how many statement we can give in the executable part? You may give n number of statements, no problem. I have given here only one statement. If you want to give more and more statements, that is what you can give any number of statements. It will take, no problem. That depend upon the program, what we are going to be performed. So in this program, I am using only the simple program that will display a message. For that, I use the first one, that is a documentation section. I specify the name of the file and the purpose of the file, purpose of the C program. And next linking section, I specified a file stdio.h, which contains the standard input output functions. And next one, I don't have any global variables or local variables, then directly I go to the main function. So within the main, I already told you that main function which start with the curly braces and end with the curly braces. So whatever the statements between the main function curly open and close braces belongs to the main function only. A main function contains two parts, declaration part and executable part. In declaration part, you will declare variables. In executable part, you will write number of formulas, whatever it may be, or you can do number of messages also. This is, you have no doubt here. Sir, you have included here a file that stdio.h, but where the function existed? Here, see, the printf function what we are using here is available in the file stdio.h. So here, what the function printf I am using, that is called the predefined function that is available in the file stdio.h. When you write the same code, when I write the same code in the C programming language, then I will get a message that welcome to the world of C. Welcome to the world of C. Okay.
Okay.
Next one. Next one. So, right, I have write a program. So what are the ways to execute a C program? How do you execute a C program? First one, first step, what you have to do is you have to create a program. Yes, I have created a program myself. Where I have to create this program, I have to use any software like code blocks or Dev C++, PC, whatever it may be. Using one of the editing software, I will create the same program into the software. Okay. Then I saved the file. Sir, when I am trying to save the file, I have to give a name for the file. How can you get the name of the file? That depend upon the purpose of the program. So what the exact output of the program, that can be the name of the file. Here, what is the here? A message. So that's why I can say that message is the file name. Then what is the extension for the file name? Means the .c. Message.c. You have to save the file as message.c. So what is C here? It's specified the C file. If you have .txt, it is a text file. .doc, document file. .xls, Excel file. .ppt, PowerPoint file. .jpg, image file. The same way, C programming language also have an extension that is called .c. So first I have to write the code, whatever I have written the code here, into a software, whatever you want to choose. Next one, you have to save the file with the name. I am giving the name as a sample.c. So this now become as a source file or the source code. So whatever the program that I have written, we can call it as a source code. Source code. Then what you have to do, you have to compile. You have to compile this course, source code. So first step, what you have to write here, you have to write first one, write the program as a source code in any C software and save with file name .c. File name .c. Here the file name might be anything, whatever you want to choose, you can choose. Next one, next step is, second step is compiling. Compiling the source code. So how to compile the source code? That is my question. To compile the source code, what you have to use? You have to use this command Alt plus F9. Alt plus F9. This is the command that you have to use to compile a source code. So what will happen when I press? I have to press Alt key and hold it and press F9. So don't release the key. First you have to press the Alt key and hold it and press the F9 key. What it will do? It will go through the program and checks for the errors. Is there any errors that are existed? Those errors are the compilation errors. It will give a list of errors. If they exist, it specifies the line number and the error message also. According to that, you have to go to the code and make changes to the code, and again have to compile. It will recompile again, and it will check all the code again. If there exist some more errors, it will display those errors. So this process will continue as long as that the compiler does not find any errors, you have to follow the same process. First, you have to write the source code and you have to specify the name. Then you have to compile the source code with the help of Alt plus F9, holding the Alt key and pressing the F9 key. It will compile and gives a list of errors. Is there any? If there errors occurs, you have to go to the source code and make changes to the errors according to the errors. Then you have to recompile. If this process will continue till there exist no errors. And third one, it is execution. Third one is the execution or running. Execution, or we can also call as running. So it means that once you compile, you enter the code as a source code and save the file .extension C, and you have compiled and find that there is no errors. Then there is no errors. Okay. Then what I have to do? I have to execute the program. Then whenever you execute, what is the execution of program will do is Control F9. Control F9. So whenever you press Control F9, if there is any input is required to give, it will ask for the input. If there is no input that has to be given, see an example of program. There is no input. I am not giving any input. I'm just displaying a message. That's enough. So this will, whenever you press the Control F9, my program doesn't ask any input for you because I didn't ask for any input here. So it executes. So once the execution is completed, then you have to see what you have to go for. You have to check the results. So here, program writing is over, compiling is over, errors are free, execution is over. Then I have to check is the output is displayed or not. If it's displayed, it is correct or not. For that, I have to use the key. It is Alt F5. Alt plus F5. This is simple. For saving also, we have a command that is called F2. F2. So the command F2, you can save the file. So this is all about the process that you have to follow to write till to get the output. So if you want to write a C program, first you have to open the software of the C program. Then you have to open the new file. In the new file window, you have to write the entire code. Then you have to save with the file. You have to press the F2 key, task for the file name. You have to specify the file name along with the extension as the C, and the file will be saved. Then once the file is saved, the source code is ready. This source code has to be compiled. So for the compilation, I will use the command Alt F9. So it will check for the entire program. Is there any errors occur? If the errors occurred, it will list the errors along with the line numbers also. You go to the respective code and make changes to the code and again recompile. This process has to be done till there exist no errors. So once you confirm that there are no more errors, then you have to execute or running the program. If you want to execute running the program, you have to use the Control F9 key. So in this process, if there is any necessity to give the input as per the requirement of the program, you have to specify the inputs. Otherwise, you don't ask for any input, just leave it. Then finally, you have to go for the check results. Check results means you have to look for the output. So how do you get the output here? Just by pressing the Alt F5. And you press our Alt F5, it will return the output as whatever you want. So this is all about the process. And now classes, we have discussed about the rules for the rules in writing the C program. Those are every subprogram must have the function main, and every program, every statement in C must end with a semicolon. A keyword and the variable name must have the space between them. If you want to need a space between the words, you have to use the blank white spaces. And there is a case sensitive. C program is a case sensitive. These are all about the rules of the C programming. And next, we have explained the simple program. This simple program have only the documentation section, linking section, main function. In the main function, executable statement. This is only I have here. So let us see to write the same program in our C software and execute the process. But you have to remember that every C software doesn't have the same process to compiling or executing or saving, because they have different commands. But default, when you go to the Turbo C point of view, these are the commands, that are the functions that I have to use. Whenever you write a C program in Turbo C, it will ask for the save F2, Alt F9, Control F9, Alt F5. But these commands may vary as compared to different softwares of C. So here I will go through my software dev C++ for a small demo for you.
Sir, actually, I tried to download it, but there's something, sir. I want to share it.
Yeah. So here, this is the dev C++. So here it's specifying as dev C++, but you can write C program also. No problem. It will support both C and C++. So here the window will like first you have to go for file, new, source file. Or otherwise, you can see here simply the shortcut is there. One shortcut is there, file, new. And what is the shortcut here? Source file, it is Control N. You can directly press Control N also, no problem. See here. You go here, directly press Control N. So you will get a new window here automatically. Earlier it is untitled 1, now untitled 2. Now here I'm writing the program. First one is the documentation. Here I'm specifying the display message. So this is the documentation section. Sorry, that is over. Next is the linking section. #include stdio.h. This is over. I don't have any global variables main, so here's the main function. So here what I have is I have only one executable statement, that is printf. Welcome to the world. See here, every statement must be terminated with a semicolon. So my program is complete now. Now I have what I have to do. First I have to save. For that I have to press either here I have to press Control S. Control S. Otherwise you have to go to the file, save. Here the option is Control S. So now it asks for the file name. You just give the name, whatever you want to give the name. Select the location where you want to place the file. Now I am giving the file what is called message. Message.c. Save it. So the same name here came here. See, message.c. So I have prepared the source code. What I have to do next? I have to do compile. So for that you have to go to execute. There is a menu is called execute. Here the compile is there. Here the command is F9. Earlier we have used Alt F9. In Turbo C we use Alt F9. Here it is F9. So directly go to execute and take compile F9. So here see, if there are any errors, here we'll find out the errors here. So here see, there are no errors and no warnings. So let us see. I'm just removing this one semicolon. I think I forgot I made a mistake that I forgot to mention the semicolon. Now compile. Now it will show an error. See, See here, the expected semicolon. So it automatically showing that either the before line or the next line. So what you have to find that when there is an error message line, then you can really have to look for the before the line. So because it is in the next line, in the sense there is a problem with the before line. So you have to look at the before line. Is there any error? Yes, I have mistake here. Semicolon. Now again go to execute and compile. See here, no more errors. No more errors. So again, one thing here, I am giving the name instead of main, I am giving the name as message. I forgot to give the name main. I give message as main, name as message. See here. See there in error. What is error? Where is the main function? Where is the main function? We already told that without the main function, you cannot execute a C program. So that's why I have to change again this name to main and recompile it. No, there are no errors. It's clear. So the compilation process is over. Next is execution process. It is run. See, I got a message that welcome to the world of C. Welcome to the world of C. Now you may have doubt that, sir, you already told that after running, you have to check the output. It is in the case of Turbo C. But whereas in case of Dev C++, it will automatically display the output. If it does not have any inputs, whenever you run the program, if does not require any input, then it automatically the output will be displayed here. See here, I have the output as welcome to the world of C. This is all about the simple programming. Let us see, I have added one more line here. Printf economy of India increasing gradually. So let's see. This is second statement. Now I'm trying to execute the state compile. I have an error here. Expected semicolon because I forgot to mention the semicolon here. So go here and give semicolon. And again compile it. No errors, I think. Well, good. Next run the program. I get the two messages here. See here. One is the welcome to the world of C. Next one is the economy of India is increasing gradually. But there is a problem here. Both are displaying the same line. If I want to get in the next line, how I have to do? Is you have to simply specify that. In the next line, here you have to specify that /n. /n. /n means the next line. Next line. See, otherwise, if you use a /t, then it will give us a tab space, which means that first line will have 8 character space and the next line will be displayed. See here, I am using the T first. T. So what happen? Execute, compile again. You have to compile every time whenever you make changes to the code. See, there is a gap, huge gap between the both things. See, if now I will try to use /n. The space of here, I am using /n. Compile. No errors. Run. See here, I get the next line. So this is a way we can keep on increasing the capability of writing the C program. So in this program, what you understand clearly is how to write a simple program to display a message. How to write a simple program to display 2 messages or 3 messages, 4 messages. You can write any number of messages, no problem. Everything will be displayed. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now tell me what's the problem in installing software.
Sir, it is coming as choose components.
Which you have installed?
Dev C++.
Let's install now. Do you have TeamViewer?
No, sir.
Don't have TeamViewer?
No, sir, I don't have. Sir, but I can share my screen,
TeamViewer.
sir. In
Yeah,
Zoom.
share your screen. You can share now. I do one thing. If I want to share you, I have to make you as a host.
Oh,
Wait. Now share the screen.